So to start with, I'll show you how to import the leaf from Illustrator. And I'll share my screen now. Here we go. So I have created a leaf, this kind of leaf in Illustrator. In Finnish, it's called haapa, I think. I'm not sure what it is in English, that tree. Yeah. So what I'll do is I need to export it as another format. So I'll take export as, and let's see which formats it's giving me. It's giving me a JPEG. No, I don't want that. By the way, Haavan is leaf of a haapa tree. So what I do need is an SVG file or a DXF. Both are okay, but let's try out the SVG first. So they are both vector formats, which can be exported and imported into the 3D world quite easily, anyway, more easily than any pixel formats. So SVG, Haavanlehti, export. And now it's asking me all kinds of things where I don't actually know the answers. Do I preserve images? Okay, let's preserve them. Styling. Okay, let's have the basic stuff here. And I think we've done these SVGs before in the visual design class when we did the letters, didn't we? When we were creating the font. So you know the format already. Okay, so back into Blender, and I go to File and Import and see there is the SVG format, Scalable Vector Graphics. There's also the DXF format, by the way. You can try both, but I'll try the SVG right now. Okay, there's my images folder. And it's showing nothing. That's not very nice. So what is it? Okay. There it is, SVG. I was looking for in the wrong place. And where is it? It should be in the right there, smack in the middle. Oh, it's there, but it's so small. Oh, I need to make it bigger. There. And I think I'll do the same as I did with the others. So I'll put the origin point where I want it to be. Now it's somewhere outside the leaf. Set origin to 3D cursor. Okay, and it has imported some sort of texture, but or material, but it looks quite horrible. So I will make a new material for it. Or wait a minute, yeah, it doesn't have any base color here. Oh, it's totally black. Okay, so now it's looking better, and it's even kept the gradient that I made. Or has it? I think it has. Or maybe it's just my eyes. Blend mode. Yeah, I don't want it to be opaque. I want it to be alpha blend. So that will make it hopefully more. Okay, where is it? Okay, it's showing the word now. Okay, I don't have time for this. So for these ones, yeah, if I want to have some opaqueness, or so that it's going to be see-through a little bit, so I'll have to change the blend mode into alpha blend or some other of these alphas, and then put the alpha down, so that should make it a little bit see-through, which is nice with leaves. Okay, so now let's go to the actual task of putting the leaves in the trees. And by the way, this is still a curve, but I'll let it be a curve. Let's see how it goes. Yeah, I need to make the trees visible again, and maybe go a little bit further away from them. And I'll put my, can I put one collection inside another? Yeah. Okay, for now I'll make, well, I'll let the leaves be there. They're not disturbing me. Okay, so first of all, I think I'll give the tree like a preliminary material. Okay. It's just for my eyes, nothing else. And I want to distinguish the trees from each other a little bit. Visually. Okay, every tree, some material. There we go. And now for the actual weight painting part, because I'm going to give the program some information of where to put those leaves. So weight painting is better in this mode. So you remember the weight painting from your last week's lesson. So I'm going to create vertex groups. And now I already have a wacom tablet attached here, but that's not, you don't need a wacom tablet, of course, to do this. But I'm going to click here for the strength pressure, so that the more I press, the more there will be weight for one group. And you can see, just as you did with the hair, that the group is created automatically. So if you wanted to have several kinds of leaves in distinct places of the tree, then you might want to have several vertex groups. And then, but what I'm going to do, I'm going to place the leaves from the collection in a like random way, because that's quicker for me. And I don't need to make several vertex groups for that. And if I were a botanist, maybe I would know a little bit better how to actually place these leaves, but I'm not. So I'm just trying my luck here. And but you do notice that I'm making the vertex groups at the ends of the branches more, that there's more strength or weight there and less strength here. So my idea is that there won't be so many leaves over here. So quite a simple idea, actually.
Sorry, Carita, how did you get to use a brush like that? Because when I click on
I went
paint,
to weight paint, and then I changed the well, setting to the shading to the solid. So if I'm, for instance, here in rendered, I can't see the groups. But so what is your problem?
Even in this mode, like I cannot see my tree. I just see the lines of it.
Are you in, so you might be in the wireframe mode?
I had the same problem, and that was because I didn't apply the modifiers.
Ah, yes, that's
right.
what I was going to say. That's why, that was one reason why I applied all the modifiers, because I couldn't make the vertex groups without the tree being a mesh.
Thank you.
Because you can have vertex groups only for meshes, not for any other kinds of objects. Okay. That was a good question. So I have my vertex group, and I go now away from the weight paint, and I try to remember saving. Okay. Let's have the rendered mode for now, because I'm not having too many leaves, or I won't be having too many leaves. Let's see how that goes. So what I need is a particle system. So here I'm in the particle properties node, and I'll click plus, and let's see. Let's have, instead of an emitter object here, and now you can see that the hair is all over the place. Click advanced right away, because I'm going to need that later on. But the first thing I'm going to go to is the vertex groups and say that, okay, I want the density only in the leaf group that I created. I could have named it better, by the way. Okay, and now you can see that the hair is coming out where it should, like you did last week with Isabel. So now the next thing is to go to render and tell Blender that this will be objects instead of hair. And it's here in render as path. And yes, you remember that I wanted to have it from the collection. So it's here the related. So render as collection instead of object. I could have put an object if I had only one object that I want to use, but now this time I have several. collection, and now it doesn't know which collection to use, so I need to say it here in collection, which is the from which collection it takes the leaf instances. And it takes it from here, related. And then I need to say that, okay, I wanted to use the whole collection. And as you can see, it's not perfect yet. Or I can say pick random. But let's have the whole collection. And we can see that there are a lot of problems that I need to fix. But let's start from the number of leaves. So I don't need 1,000 leaves here. It's like an almost dead tree. So let's try out 300. Even that is too much. Or how about 150? So this is something, when you're making your tree, you have to make your own judgment, obviously. Okay, 150 is a little bit better, but maybe I'll go with 100. Yeah, not bad. Now I need to adjust the place where the leaves are starting, because now they are not starting from the tree at all, as you can see. So here I can adjust the size. This is just one place where to adjust the size, the hair length. Another would be here, there's the scale and scale randomness. So, as you see, as you have seen, the original leaves are quite big, but that doesn't really matter here because I can scale them any way I want. The scale randomness is actually not a bad idea. So now let's see if I can find the settings for placing those leaves where they should be. And that's in the advanced settings, in the rotation, if I remember correctly. So I click rotation on, and now there's the orientation axis. So let's see, what if I click normal? Well, yeah, not happy with that. Let's see, global Y. Normal tangent. Global X. A little bit better, but they are now going all in the. Okay, still not very good, by the way. I could randomize them a little bit so that they go around. But what I want is that they start from the tree and not somewhere else. Okay, for some reason, I'm not getting it to work like I want. The famous demo effect, that when you show something, the things that you have previously tried out don't work as they should. Okay, this is very strange. They are very stubbornly not attaching themselves to the tree. Okay, I leave the leaves at that. I'll randomize them a little bit and then hope for the best that it will not show too much, that they are not actually attached to the branches, but I'm not happy with this right now, that I can say. All the more reason for it because I did try this out several times earlier.
Did you check the leaves origin points again?
Well, yes, all the origin points have been set so that they should go where they should be, where they should be. Yep, all the origin points are in the right place, but if it works with you, then nice. For some reason, I'm not getting it to work right now. Okay. So anyway, we have now a tree with leaves in strange places, but they are there. So the next thing I want to do is I want to make a terrain where I can put these trees in the same method, using the same method as I used putting the leaves on the tree. So at this point I'll save, and I can, by the way, make the leaf collection invisible at this point. Okay, when you look at the tree from far away, it doesn't look too bad. Okay. I'll create the terrain now. So that will be a mesh and a plane. And I'll make the plane bigger right away, like truly big. Let's try 80 meters. Yeah, why not? And I'll give it some sort of material because I don't like looking at these very gray things. Let's make it greenish for now. Pull the tree up. Okay, what I need for the terrain is some terrainness. So let's look at things from above. And go up. There it is. And I go to the edit mode and create some subdivisions. Here we go. And number of cuts. Let's try out 16. Is that enough? Could be more. you can see that I'm not very much into a low polygon count at this moment. Let's try 20. Better. Yeah, I can live with that for now.
Sorry, where did you add the subdivision again?
I went to edge and subdivide.
Okay, thank you.
And then you get the box where you get all the options. What I could do already over here, I could change the fractality as long as I have the options on and make it a little bit more organic looking. That's one way of making this more into real terrain. Maybe I'll keep the fractality a little bit in this low setting. Change the random seed a bit. Yeah. But what I want is I want to select just some of this terrain and then raise it. So I'll click away so that nothing is selected. And here in the select tab, there's this, for instance, this checker select and select random, select loops. So select similar. So I'll take the select random right now, and I can then say if it's like 50%. By the way, it's now selecting the vertices and not the faces. So I'll need to change that. Here we go. I'll do it again. Select random, and now it's selecting the faces like I wanted. And I can also change the random seed over here. Yeah, maybe that's good. So I could refine the selection by clicking on the C. So I can, well, I like this painterly way of selecting stuff. So I can make these islands that I then raise or lower. Okay. Yeah, why not? And maybe I'll go even here to the vertex groups and save this as a vertex group. Okay, assign. What should I call this? Maybe hills. Okay, but they are not actual hills yet. I need to do something for them. Raise them. And if I raise them just like this, then it looks horrible. Oh, nobody wants that. So what I need is a little bit of a softness for the selection. So I go here to proportional editing. Have you done proportional editing with the other teachers already?
No.
Okay. So this is something you can get both in Maya and in Blender, but you have to know where it is. So I'll show you what proportional editing does. So now when I click G, for instance, for raising it, you can see already that it's a little bit softer, but what I really need is I need for the proportional size to be different. And what I'm looking for is the, oh, come on. Is the smoothness of this. Okay, there it is. So there's the, see that circle in the middle? So that's how it takes the softness of the movement. So what I'm trying to do is make the circle bigger, and not being able to do it because I usually use Blender with my Mac.
The brush should scale with the mouse roll.
I know it should scale with a mouse roll, but it's not doing it because I'm not used to using this with the Windows.
Oh,
But yes.
At least for me, it worked like I tried moving it with G and then right after using the mouse scroll.
Yes, that's how it should work. But
yeah.
As I'm not using the mouse, then that's well, like I said, I usually use Blender with a Mac because I don't need the mouse there, and I don't like using the mouse because my hand becomes really sore after using the mouse.
Oh, okay.
Okay, so right now I'm not getting it because I don't have a mouse. I could, of course, ask for a mouse from my son. Maybe he has one. He happens to be home from the army now. Okay, I'll ask him. Just a minute. Well, förhållande här. Okay. Okay, he should have an old mouse, so he's looking for it. But anyway, with the with rolling the mouse, it should be doable. I'm doing it with a slightly different method because I'm not using the mouse usually, but I think, but yeah, that was the principle at least of how to change the setting for the proportional editing. It's because proportional editing is also really useful in all kinds of modeling. But you also have to remember when to set it off so that it's not there making trouble for you. Okay. I think, yeah, I'll use this vertex group also for the trees, by the way. And what I want to do is make the object shaded smooth and maybe also put a modifier there to make it look a bit softer. Okay. Toi on Mac-hiiri, en mä sitä voi käyttää PC:n kanssa. Joo, mutta siinä ei ole niin kuin keskinappia ja sitä mä olisin tarvinnut. Right. Okay, at this point I'll change the background a little bit. There we go. And I'll raise the trees too. Or maybe I'll just put the terrain lower. Yeah, that's a good idea. Okay, and I'll call this terrain in Finnish. That's maasto. We'll call it maasto. So now, the next thing that I want to do is I want to place the trees all over my terrain. And you probably already know how I'm going to do it. I'm going to make a particle system and here, and maybe 500. And then I'm going to use the hills vertex group for it. Go to the viewport display. And now the trees are all in their own scene collection here already. So I'm going to use that again. Oh, and render as collection. And the advanced options on. And which collection? It would be the trees. Good. Kiitos. Mut siinä ei ole johto. Ei, no, en mä nyt ehdi erikseen sitä asentelen tähän. Okei, se toimii. Kiitos. Okay, now I got the mouse. Anyway, as you can see, the trees are all lying down. Also, they are in a very small scale. And there are quite a lot of them, so maybe the 500 was too much. And I think I go to this sort of viewport shading for now. So let's have 200. And so you might notice this on your own computers, that when you start making these, then hair objects, they might slow down your computer and your Blender. So, okay, let's put the rotation there and change it to, I think it was global Y. Yes, now they are there. Why didn't they, the leaves, want to do the same thing? There's probably a perfectly reasonable explanation for that. And you might notice that the leaves are not showing. And there's a reason for that. And the reason is that the leaves are, well, they are not real in a sense. They are just instances, just like these trees over here are not real, but just instances. So what to do with that? So I need to make the leaves real. By the way, I changed the number to 50. Oh, and I was in the wrong place. Okay, the number of these particles I wanted to have like in 100 maybe, yeah. well, yeah, maybe it's easier like this. Okay, so back to the leaves. So I'll make the terrain invisible for a while. So I'll make one duplicate of this tree first. And then I need to render these particles or convert them into real things. But knowing what's going to happen, I first will create a new scene collection where I will put this tree for a while. We'll see why. So I'll move this tree with its leaves into my new collection. Not there. There. And then let's convert the leaves. And now they are curve objects, which are over here. And I just put them there into the collection so that I could, if I were to click somewhere else, they would still be there. Okay, and easy to select again. Okay, what I now want to do is I need to convert these curve objects into mesh objects, and then join them together with the tree. Otherwise, this won't work. Well, what I can show you is if it works or not. As you can see, it's not working yet. So let's change the curve objects. Oh, come on. Why are you not giving it to me? Mesh. Can it make it into a mesh? Why not? Okay, I think I still need to apply the particles. Okay, and now it should work. Convert? No. Why are you doing this to me? Okay, let's have one leaf. Convert to. Now it's doing it. Thank you. But I don't want to do this for each and every one of them at once. So let's select all of them. Object, convert. Okay, this is something again that worked when I did it earlier. So I could convert everything into a mesh at once. Now it's not working for some strange reason. Like there are 150 objects and I'm not going to convert each one of them. Nope. Very strange. Okay, but that is the, well, theoretically what you do, that if you're able to do it, that you convert them into meshes. And now some of them have been converted already. Oh, or has it done it already? But I haven't just noticed. Okay, it's twice here. So what I probably need to do is I need to get rid of them, these curve objects. X, delete them. Yeah. delete, yes. Yeah, this is so handy, as you can see. Okay. There we go. And now what I need to do is select all the leaves and the tree and make them into one object. And then after that, everything should be fine. Okay, and they are here for some reason twice. Fuck. Okay, I'll just get rid of these. Oh, don't give me this shit. Or I could just, maybe it's easier just to make everything else invisible and then select everything here. Yes, why didn't I think of that in the first place? Anyway, maybe I need some lunch soon. Okay, there, join. And now the leaves should be visible there, and they aren't. Interesting. Okay, they are. At least some of them. What is this? Okay, I did not expect that to happen. Something has clearly gone wrong. Okay, maybe I'll just. Okay. But now you see that some of the trees that are the instances do have the leaves on them. So that was my original idea here. And going back to the settings, I think I'll make the scale a little bit bigger for the instances. And put some randomness into the scaling. And I could randomize this a bit as well. Well, maybe that's not a good idea. But anyway, this is often how you do it with game engines as well, like in Unity or Unreal Engine. You bring in a tree or some other element, maybe grass, and then let the engine make instances of it in places where you want. So this will also help you with if you're going to the Games Academy later on. Okay, I'll stop the recording now and write your day task. And like I said, I'm going to show you after lunch the other way of making a tree with sapling.